Last month, we highlighted a discrimination case where a Grayson County man was kept from graduating the state's police academy because he only has one hand.
Now, another Kentucky police officer born with a disability says the same state officials tried to stop him from doing his job. In this WDRB Investigates follow-up, we uncover what some call a pattern of discrimination in the Department of Criminal Justice Training.
Adapting to the world around me, which is not built for me.
Danny Jackson doesn't hide the fact that he's different.
I tie my shoes differently. I button my shirt differently. I do everything differently.
Born with just one finger on his left hand and two fingers on his right, his differences didn't stop him from becoming a police officer.
I went to the Department of Criminal Justice Training from December of '89 to March of 1990. Back then it was a 10-week course. I graduated from the course, no problems, no failures, no hiccups, nothing.
And that kicked off more than 3 decades of police work around the globe. Jackson spent 7 years as a corrections officer here in Louisville and about 16 years as a police officer in Covington, Kentucky. He retired and worked as a police officer and military contractor in Haiti, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, and Palestine.
Then retired a second time. Then got bored, came back to police work.
In 2022, the Radcliffe Police Department hired Jackson and sent him to the state's Department of Criminal Justice Training for a 2-week recertification course, the same place he learned to be a police officer decades ago.
The third day, that's where the hiccups began. The lead firearms instructor called me aside and said they felt that I was unsafe on the range, unsafe for myself, unsafe for others, and they dismissed me.
Jackson believes the instructor failed him because of his disability.
I've trained with so many weapons overseas, like I've carried automatic pistols, automatic rifles, heavy machine guns. I mean, I've qualified on so many weapons, I'd have to give you a list, and I have never, ever been called unsafe or ever failed to qualify with any weapon I've used. It was degrading, humiliating. I had to go back to my department. Plus, my job was on the line. No certification, no police job.
Months later, Jackson went back to the academy, this time with a letter reminding leaders about his rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act.
I shot the second time and passed, scored a 92 out of 100, and got my certification back.
Jackson is the second person to file a lawsuit against the state for discrimination under the tenure of former Department of Criminal Justice Training Commissioner Nicolai Jilek. Last month, a judge ruled Jilek discriminated against Chance Anthony, a Grayson County man born with just one hand who was kept from graduating the police academy in 2020 despite passing all of the required tests. Attorney Thomas Clay calls this a pattern of discrimination.
There's a common thread that runs through both of these cases, that these individuals did have recognized disabilities, and they were both discriminated against on the basis of that disability in violation of state and federal law.
Jilek is now a major with the Louisville Metro Police Department, running the training division. The department declined to comment, pointing to the pending lawsuits.
All I say is good luck, LMPD. Hope it works for you. I wouldn't want to be a recruit under him, not with a disability.
A spokesperson for the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet says it has not been served with this lawsuit yet, but said the Department of Criminal Justice Training is committed to providing exceptional law enforcement training that enhances public and officer safety.